if you've ever actually considered approaching YouTube properly or actually making quality content, you've probably bumped into people or full-on video tutorials telling you that you need to have a YouTube intro in order to be successful on YouTube, whether it's because it helps with branding, it helps people recognize you, or it just makes your videos look more high quality. It doesn't really matter, but the fact that you need a YouTube intro still kind of stands to this day. And I understand that I'm not a huge YouTuber, but I do think that my opinion matters. I know there's a lot of people that are going to say, well, you only have 4 subscribers. Why does your opinion matter? You have to realize that when you're making videos for YouTube, you're making videos for average Joes. You're making videos for the viewers. You're not making YouTube videos for other YouTubers. So the fact that I'm basically just a retard YouTube viewer on YouTube makes my opinion matter, because I am your primary demographic. I'm not some big YouTuber that, you know, is going to have some kind of bias because I have an intro or I don't have an intro. Anyway, let's talk about how YouTube intros can help. I do think that YouTube intros can help with branding, it can help with recognition, it can definitely make your videos look a bit more professional, but I don't think these pros outweigh the cons. I think that YouTube intros can harm you in more ways than it can help you. A perfect example is generic intros. There's a lot of new up-and-coming YouTubers that use intros that look like every other YouTuber's intro, and they basically just download a template off of the internet, put it into Blender, type in their name, call it a day, and they put generic dubstep music over it. You have to realize that that format has been used on YouTube since like 2010. Like, it's been around since the Modern Warfare 2 days of YouTube, when Call of Duty was actually a hot topic. So those intros are definitely running dry. They don't they definitely don't feel unique. I don't think it's going to help with recognition or branding too much, because like I said, they're generic. Like, every up-and-coming YouTuber has an intro like that. So I don't think you should invest or even just download YouTube intros like that. I think it's better that you just not even bother. The other thing is that some people make way too long of an intro. Some people have 10-second intros, which in my personal opinion is too long. You should keep it closer to the 5-second mark. I don't think it should be 10 seconds. I think that's a little bit ridiculous, even though I'm more on the patient side of YouTube viewers. I know YouTube viewers that can't handle an intro whatsoever, so that's even more reason to not have an intro. And a lot of big YouTubers seem to be ditching the intro. Ali A used to have an intro, which I will show you right now. But now he seems to be ditching the intro altogether, and when there is a small intro, it's basically just his logo appearing on the screen for 5 seconds at most, and then disappearing. It's not much of an intro anymore. It's basically just, you are watching Ali A, but in logo form. Now, here are some examples of good YouTube intros. The reason why I think these are good YouTube intros is because they're unique, they have general use music or no music at all, and basically no one else has an intro like this. Basically, they're unique, so I kind of repeated myself. Now, the reason why I think you should use general use music or no music at all is because there's plenty of videos out there with actually decent music, but people still complain about the music. Like, there's terrible music out there, but people always complain about intro music if it's not, you know, general use kind of music. So here's an example of a good YouTube intro from Review Tech USA.
Skip it up and that up.
Now, why do I think this is a good YouTube intro? Again, it's because nobody else has an intro like this. Even though the intro is very bare bones, nobody has an intro like this. The second thing is it doesn't have music. It's just him going like skip it up, you know, just scatting on the mic. And that's basically the intro, and it's 5 seconds at most. It's a short intro. Now here's Review Tech USA's new intro, and take a look at it.
Skip it up and that up.
You notice something, it's still original, and it still kind of follows the old format. It's 5 seconds at most. Not a lot of other YouTubers follow the same kind of format, and there's no music. Another example of a good YouTube intro is Linus Tech Tips. So I'm going to play that intro right now. Now notice that the intro has music in it, but the reason why I'm not hating on it is because it has very general use music. It's like, it's so generic you can't hate on it, but you can't like it either. So nobody's going to be, going onto a Linus Tech Tips video and asking, "Oh my god, what is the title of your intro song?" I mean, I guess you can, but for the most part, nobody is going to do that. But at the same time, nobody is going to hate on it. Everyone is tired of hearing Alan Walker's Fade on everyone's videos, so do not even think about making a YouTube intro with Alan Walker's Fade over it. Now, here's an example of a bad YouTube intro. No hard feelings to this YouTuber, but I think it's the perfect example of a bad YouTube intro. Notice that the YouTube intro is almost 10 seconds long, it's very generic, and it has just generic EDM music, which a lot of YouTubers use now. Up-and-coming YouTubers use this kind of stuff all the time. Don't believe me? Well, the top comment on this video says, "I stopped watching the video after I saw your intro." So that just proves my point that using these generic dubstep intros, it's getting tiring. People don't like it. It's generic. People don't want to see those kind of intros anymore. Add to the fact that it's 10 seconds. So it's not unique, so it doesn't really help with branding or recognition. It's kind of annoying because every YouTuber has an intro like this, and this format has been followed for at least 10 years now. And third, he probably downloaded a template off of the internet and then put his name over it. Like I said, it's not very unique, it's not very original. So personally for me, I think that in the year 2017, you should avoid doing intros, unless if you're already a decently established YouTuber, or you have some skill in like graphic design or that kind of stuff, and then you can produce your own unique intro. Do not make a generic ass dubstep, dubstep drop, blah, 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 and then my name here, don't make an intro like that. Make your own unique intro. Try to make it 5 seconds at most, and try to make it very original. Don't make it follow the format of a billion other YouTubers. I think that's a big problem now. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that don't even do intros anymore. I have a feeling that a lot of big YouTubers are actually shying away from YouTube intros. I think YouTube intros are starting to become a thing of the past, and I think you should follow too. I don't think YouTube intros are a good investment. So that's just my opinion. Opinions vary. I don't really care. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.